I'm Liz Swenson.
And I'm Shauna Lander.
Welcome to Surviving Baby.
Shauna!
Liz!
How are you, my friend?
I'm really good. How are you?
I think that I'm almost as busy as you are.
Oh.
I don't know.
What's
feel
going
like
on with
we're
you
both
lately?
Cray busy right now.
I'm really busy.
All good things.
Oh, good.
All good things, but it's overwhelming.
Tell me.
I can't even really talk about it yet.
Oh my gosh. Why would you bring it up? What a tease.
We're not going to talk about it.
Okay.
But you're busy too. Tell me all the stuff that you're working on and momming, so it's all squeezed in.
Yes, it's all squeezed together. I'm just, I edit the podcast and I make TikToks and I try to stay on top of social media and I mom it up. And I wife it up, I guess.
You wife it up, you mom it up, you podcast it up. One of my favorite things that is the topic of many of your TikToks is the awkwardness of making mom friends.
Oh my gosh. It's so awkward.
That's what we're going to talk about today, which I'm so excited because it makes me laugh so much and I don't understand it. So I'm hoping through a conversation with you,
we'll figure it out.
We will we'll understand it. We're going to dive deep.
Okay.
And then we're hopefully going to help other people.
Hopefully.
With this weird, awkward mom friend face.
It is weird and awkward.
Thinking maybe if we made t-shirts
that
said I'm uncomfortable talking to you. I'm a nice person. I'm a mom. Be my friend. Then other moms wearing the t-shirt would be like, oh my God, you're wearing a t-shirt.
That at home.
That's my idea. That's how we're going to fix it.
That's a great idea. We can identify ourselves.
I'm an awkward mom t-shirt.
Okay, so I don't really believe that you are awkward. Do you feel awkward?
I don't know if I'm as awkward as you. Yes.
Whoa. Fighting words.
I'm totally awkward. Okay, I was raised by the two nerdiest humans you could envision. My mom is this crazy brilliant scientist. She's a microbiologist.
Okay.
My dad is he's a lawyer, so he's just very logical, litigious, linear brain that is obsessed with comic books and Star Wars.
They sound fun.
And so I was raised going to Comic-Con.
Wow.
I've been playing chess since I was 3.
Wow.
I was raised by the most awkward humans in existence. I am a dork, Shauna. I am a nerdy, awkward human pretending to not be, which is exactly what we all are.
Okay. Well, you convinced me.
What?
Well, I'm awkward.
Yeah, why are you
because
awkward?
Of childhood trauma.
Aww.
And never feeling good enough.
Aww.
No, I made you sad. Okay,
your story
this is building to a joke.
Okay,
it is depressing. But you know what? Every comedian ever, they tell you that they're born out of trauma. You kind of just have to survive, and so really dark shit gets funny.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, but now it kind of manifests itself in that I meet somebody and I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? And want to tell them my life story, or actually more to the point, want to ask them their life story. So I'm really intrusive and I have really loud reactions. I laugh heartily and I'm just kind of an entertainer at my core. And so I want people to laugh and have a good time. I don't know. I'm a lot.
I liked you instantly.
Thanks.
I was like, oh, she's fun.
Thanks. I think I'm fun too. So did you have mom friends going into becoming a mom? Did you?
Yes, I was very lucky on that.
Did you have physical people, friends who were around you and live close by and you could meet up and do play dates and that kind of thing?
I got so lucky. I got pregnant and so did 10 other girls at my work at the same time.
Oh my gosh.
We all got pregnant within a few months of each other. And so we had this
That's fun.
Yeah, it was
so
cool.
Everyone at work. Your poor work.
Yeah. So we met up a few times. I don't know. It doesn't matter when you're in that place, that new mom thing, you do feel that shame, no one else is feeling as terrible at this as I feel.
Yeah. So even though you knew people, you had friends who were now becoming moms too, you didn't feel like you had mom friends or people that you could reach out to?
I love my group of friends very much, but we weren't super, super tight. But we'd go on walks sometimes, and that was really nice.
Okay. So I didn't have mom friends. I had friends who were moms, but they lived across the country. Both of my sisters had kids, but the one sister who lived close to me had a much older kid, and the other sister lived across the country.
Yeah.
So I knew one girl from acting class, and in fact, she had her baby just a couple weeks before me, and I really thought that we were going to be like major besties, and we did. We hung out a couple of times, but honestly, we hung out to like work on acting stuff. We did not really get our kids together. So I did feel sort of isolated, but you didn't feel completely isolated, right?
I did not feel completely isolated, but I did feel completely isolated. Am I allowed to say that?
Sure.
You know
it's
what
your
I mean?
experience. Yeah.
Like those beginning feelings, like it's such a struggle. You're just so embarrassed, I guess is the word. Like
vulnerable.
Yeah. It was, and I just wasn't comfortable sharing that with anyone really.
How did the awkwardness come into play?
Honestly, it's like when you go to the park with your kid or to any event that's like centered on the
so
kid.
Whenever you're in a place where there are other moms that you don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that you have a network. It's like being forced to stand next to a stranger longer than is comfortable or appropriate. It's
so
like
you have to
it's
chat.
like if you got stuck at a cashier's, like, let's say you're like checking out, you guys are like, how's your day? Good. Yeah, having a good day. Things are going well. They're like, great. That's awesome. And then like the lights shut off and they're like, okay, and guys, lock down, nobody move. We're staying in this position for the next 15 minutes. Go. Keep talking. What do you do? Like you get stuck in a position with a total stranger for a very awkward amount. So like I feel like we have like a whole toolkit for managing light conversations with strangers throughout life. And then now
so it's like, what do you talk about?
Expand it. Now you got to do it for like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, however long you're willing to stay at the park.
The niceties run out.
Yeah. And then
Gotcha.
you want to go deep.
And that's when I start asking them strange things, like about their childhood.
No, because you're just trying to engage in this like slightly deeper conversation with a total stranger because you're forced to. Because what else are you gonna do? You've run out.
You are out.
You're out of
That's
material.
true.
You can't say
You
hi
can't
anymore.
tell them your name again.
And then you like say things emphatically, like
yes, and you nod your head a lot, and you gesticulate, and you laugh too much,
just
like that.
Okay, so Shauna, here's what I think.
What?
I think you're not awkward.
How dare you?
I think it's an awkward situation.
Yeah, I agree with that actually.
I don't think it's your fault.
Well, if it's not my fault, it's not anyone's fault.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, it's just a weird situation that you get put into that we've not been socially trained for.
That's true. And how could you be socially trained for it?
I feel like probably business people are good at this.
Oh.
Like salespeople. I want like a salesperson to be like, what do you talk about next?
Oh, that's so smart.
See, my husband always has sports. I think maybe that's why it's not awkward for guys.
Because they can talk about sports.
Because they've got like a common thing.
A thing they can talk about.
Versus girls are like, have you watched Bridgerton?
I could fucking talk about Bridgerton.
I just started it last night.
It's so good.
Okay, so I had like a really deep dive on Bridgerton actually last night.
What do you mean? You watched a lot? Or?
I went into a full-on conversation with my husband afterwards. And I was like, the patriarchy is fucked up, babe.
Yeah, it's true.
I was like, I am fully turned on. And what I'm watching is an aloof, powerful man and a totally overqualified, beautiful, intelligent woman.
Dare we say young girl.
Yeah. And then I was like, that is exactly 50 Shades of Grey that everyone got excited about.
Yeah.
I actually got grossed out by that. But
I didn't either. I didn't like it.
But then also, that's the exact same thing as Pride and Prejudice. Exact same thing. And I was like, what is wrong with me? I was like, is this like a lizard brain thing? Is there like a part of my brain that is evolutionarily like attracted to power in this?
Probably.
And I get off on it. So I'm like, what is it? And so does everyone.
Probably.
So anyway, I had this whole, I like got into it. And then afterwards I was like, heady.
I mean, it's societal. It's definitely societal, but that could be.
Is it societal though? Or is
yes, because it could be lizard brain.
I feel like I need to like talk to an anthropologist about like different societies and what it looks like for them. Because maybe.
Well, it is societal. Like literally they've done studies and stuff on brains And like the only thing that is universally sexy, arousing in the brain is images of people having sex. That's the only thing that's universally arousing.
Really?
And then depending on the society that you live in, other things are arousing. Like boobs are not sexually arousing in different cultures because they don't sexualize them like we sexualize them
Fascinating.
in the West. Crazy, huh?
That is crazy.
Anyway,
yeah, later.
So this is the type of conversation I want to be having on the playground about sexualizing boobs. So where are these moms?
And the other mom is like, I haven't seen it. I haven't watched it.
I don't have Netflix. How is that possible?
So making friends with moms is awkward because it's a stranger.
Mm-hmm.
And because you're in an extra long amount of time with that stranger.
I have a story about an extra long amount of time with a stranger.
Oh, yeah?
That unintentionally occurred.
Fun.
I went to a yoga class. There's a studio that has childcare. And so I took the babe. He got to go play and I got to go to a yoga class. But I did not know until I got there that it was a partner yoga class. And there were only like 5 or 6 people in the room. And from the look on the other people's faces in the room, nobody knew that it was going to be a partner yoga class.
Oh my God.
So I just got partnered up with the woman next to me.
Oh.
And we had to use yoga straps and like put our knee against their back and like do chest opener exercises. So like I had yoga straps around my arm and this like tiny bird woman was behind me with her knee in my back, like trying to pull on the yoga straps.
I feel like this yoga studio is a little bit negligent when they planned this.
I think so too. She was moving me into positions with her hands and I was having to do the same for her with my hands. And we had to like sort of whisper to each other when we were like moving. And it was a very intimate hour-long class. And about halfway through, I was like, why didn't I just leave? I could be like, excuse me, I'm just going to go. And then I could leave and I could take my kid and never come back.
Oh my gosh.
But I didn't leave.
Oh my gosh.
And then after the class, I was like, well, thank you. It was nice to meet you. And I started heading toward the childcare area to pick up my kid and noticed that she was walking like 2 pieces behind me. So I kind of like turned around and was like, oh, do you have a kid? Are you picking up your kid too? And she was like, oh, yeah, I do. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, well, I'm a kid too. And then it was like, oh my gosh, did we just accidentally rub on each other for an hour and now we're going to be friends? We exchanged numbers. And later on that afternoon, she texted me and was like, do you want to have a girls' night? And I was like, what is this life? I basically just got wifed up right now.
And then you guys were friends forever?
So I went over to this stranger's house that I rubbed for an hour during yoga. Yeah. And she had a full-on girls' night happening, like with her neighbors. And I was like, okay, so this is just somebody who likes me. Yeah. This is just going to be fun. Everyone was drinking heavily, but sangria, so classy drinking. And then it turned into a lip sense MLM kind of a party. And then somebody was like, I don't really want to try on lipstick. Does anyone have Coke? And then somebody else was like, yeah. And then they just like started doing drugs. And I was like, I gotta go.
Oh my God.
I gotta go.
I would have freaked out.
It escalated rather quickly.
Oh my God.
I think she just wanted to hang out with me because I gave her that good rub down. I don't know.
Oh my God, Shauna, that is not where I thought that story was going.
It's not where I thought it was going either.
Holy crap.
I know. I thought we were going to be really close yoga buddies, but it didn't go that way.
Crazy. So I was bringing Truman to gymnastics.
Yeah.
And I was pregnant.
Oh, that's cute.
So that's always a nice thing when you're with people uncomfortably because then everyone, is so excited. Mm-hmm. How are you feeling? You've just got this material.
There's something to talk about.
Tons of material for everyone. Then the baby came and then baby. And so that was fine. There's one mom that I was convinced was way cooler than me because she just always had like really cute outfits on.
It's always the cute outfits, Mom.
And it always looked like effortless. Yeah. And she had 2. She had a newborn and then like a little guy, same. So we were like basically in the same wheelhouse. Anyway, just recently, literally like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, recent.
Recently, I saw Cool Mom at Target. And I saw her and I immediately was like,
Oh no.
what am I wearing? What do I look like? Oh my God, like my hair. And then I like wasn't sure if I should make eye contact with her or not, or if she'd remember me. And I literally like hid.
Oh no. Oh
like,
no.
My outfit's not cute enough.
Oh my gosh. I wonder if she saw
like-
you.
And then like looked away. Was like, that mom.
Oh, that woman. Oh
that
no.
woman.
She's not cute enough for me.
It's just, but that's like a funny part of the awkwardness too. Like it carries, like you have this weird, we've been around each other a long time. We don't know each other at all, but like I know you.
It's awkward.
It's so awkward.
It's so awkward. Okay, so here's what I think it is.
Okay, I'm so curious.
I think that you have a baby now.
Mm-hmm.
It's only the most vulnerable thing in the entire world to love somebody that much.
True.
So you are just kind of a raw nerve, sort of like at all times,
Mm-hmm.
because you're out in public with your very precious cargo.
Mm-hmm.
And then motherhood forces you to come face to face with your inadequacies, like on the daily. And it forces you to realize your traumas. So you're kind of walking around feeling not good enough. Right? And then so you get
totally.
to this event, you go to the park and you see this woman. It's a mom in the wild. And you're like, here's this mirror potentially. This is me, yes, maybe. And you're kind of navigating this territory and having to potentially expose yourself to another adult.
Also, a thing with moms, and I don't know why this is a thing, but we just talked about sleep and we just talked about feeding. It's like randomly controversial. Like if one person's doing something, they believe everybody should be doing something. That thing, whatever they are doing, that's the best thing. So then you're like really afraid of like triggering all these hot topics.
Yeah. I mean, that's insecurity too.
Totally.
Like if you are doing it one way and you are of the mind that everyone else should be doing it that way too, it is because you are fearful that you're not good enough. And so you're doing it the best way, the best that you can. And if somebody else is doing it differently, then that can feel threatening. Because you already feel kind of shitty and crazy about this decision-making process that is motherhood. And so you just don't want to expose yourself to that. So like you're a little closed off when you meet this other mom, and that makes it a little bit awkward, and she's maybe a little closed off and you feel a little bit judged because you feel a little judgmental. And it's just this like exchange of two people who feel sort of awkward and uncomfortable in this stage of life that they're in. They should be able to connect because they're both going through it, but because these are all hot button issues and because this is such a vulnerable journey, you're not.
So it's my grocery store scenario. You're stuck. So you're talking, you've done your light banter. Lights go off, and then you are naked. They take your clothes.
Oh, God.
So you're now naked with a stranger, and you have to talk to them for an extra 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like, these are my boobs. How are your boobs?
Oh, God.
Oh, that's how you groom yourself down there? Fun. I've never tried that. Might give that one a whirl.
What is going on in your brain right now? Liz, this is why the nerd is coming out. I'm understanding more and more. What kind of books are you writing?
I normally am not out about my nerdiness. I normally try to lock it up. No, I actually posted on my birthday about how I've just decided to like come out.
Embrace your nerdiness.
And embrace that I'm a birder.
Did you say a birder?
I am a birder.
So you look for birds?
And identify them, Shauna.
Well, that's cute.
It's so
What are you, an
relaxing.
87-year-old granny?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. But I wrote it on Instagram on my birthday because I was like, I'm just going to come out with this.
Oh, my God. That's cute.
I like birds and nature.
What a cute little dork you are.
I am.
That's
the
adorable. That is adorable. No, that's fine. You can like what you like. That's wonderful.
Anyway.
Okay, I've got to be honest.
Okay.
Can you walk me through your store metaphor one more time? because I don't get it.
Okay. You're in the store.
So how is this like being a mom? Go. You're in the store.
No, it's not like being a mom. It's like making new mom friends.
Okay, so it's like
being at the park with a new mom.
Okay.
So you're in the store, you're at the checkout, and you've just like, she's asked you a nice question and you've responded with another like light. You've already discussed the weather.
Okay, so you're chatting with somebody, you're being friendly.
Light chat.
Sure.
Okay. Then the store like shuts down.
Okay.
The lights don't have to go off.
Okay.
But
Do you have to be naked?
so you just get frozen in this place. They're like, nobody move.
Okay.
But keep talking.
Okay.
And then they also take your clothes.
Okay.
So like,
Why do they take your clothes?
I don't know. That's what it feels like.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you're vulnerable.
You're vulnerable.
Okay.
And you have to keep having this awkward conversation that you've already you've gone through your good like socialized material of like the weather and
Okay.
you know that you're making dinner tonight or whatever it is that you say with that checkout lady.
Okay.
And now it's like, okay, what do I do now? What
So
do I
that's
talk
how
about
it's
now?
okay.
And now I'm naked.
And now I'm naked because
And then-
it's so vulnerable.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm with you. Got it. I think that's true. Yeah. So what do you do about it? How do you get over it? How do you continue? Because you're stuck in this situation. It's not a one-off. You're going to be in the grocery store talking to this person with the lights going off and being vulnerable like forevermore.
Oh, well, that's what starts happening is you start talking about really personal things like, oh, that's how you shave your bits. That's nice.
Oh my God.
That's nice.
Okay, but this is exposure after exposure after exposure. It's not necessarily the same cashier, the same mom.
No, it's different.
You are in new scenarios constantly with a kid.
Right.
You know, you're at their soccer game or
Right.
it's somebody from school or, you know, like through life. Like, so how do you get over feeling awkward about having to talk to other grownups?
I don't think you do.
Oh, damn it, Liz.
But here's what I think happens. Here's what I think.
Here we go. Okay, go.
You're no longer in a grocery store.
Okay, where are we now?
We're gonna leave the grocery store.
Okay.
Wait, no. Wait, we're gonna stay in the grocery store.
Oh, God.
Wait, here's what we're gonna do.
Oh, my Lord.
So
Who gave us a podcast?
So one of the times you in the grocery store like actually have like a good conversation. You're like,
Okay.
oh, that's how you shave your bits. And she starts laughing and like, oh my God, we're naked together. This is so weird. And you're like, it is so weird.
So somebody
And then
cracks.
Someone cracks.
Someone
you
cracks.
crack.
And that
then-
lets you in a little bit.
And you guys kind of get each other. So what I think eventually
Oh.
happens is you find someone that it kind of gels and works with, and you guys are
Hold on.
yes.
Liz, are you accidentally brilliant? Are you saying that you have to sit with the awkwardness?
I don't know that makes me secretly brilliant, but yes.
I mean, you've tied it up with a nice little bow here. This is like an excellent metaphor at this point. So you just kind of have to force yourself to be in that awkward situation
Yes.
if you're going to make a mom friend.
Yes. And one of your weird things that you say is going to have a reaction.
It's going to
from-
land on someone.
It's going to land.
At some point.
And they're going to be like, ha, 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 that's so true. I
Ah.
hate that. And you're like, can we be friends? So then, here's the thing though. Now you've got a person. And they're hopefully kind of in your orbit. And then you just kind of keep gathering them.
Keep gathering the people.
The ones that like it just hits right with. And then
Mm.
sometimes it doesn't hit right and your kids get along and you're like, okay, well,
Ooh, I haven't encountered that scenario yet.
yeah, that happens.
Oh, that's awkward.
It's not that bad. You're just kind of like, okay.
Okay.
Honestly though, as much as you can, and it's so hard to say, but just be yourself. It's not so cheesy. But truly,
Yes.
like, you're not gonna find them when you're pretending to be cool.
That's true.
You're not gonna hit the right
No.
one when you're like wearing your sunglasses.
No,
And
not
trying
the
to be
right
something you're
one.
not.
Not the right
In
one.
fact, if you do connect with someone when you're being like that, then you're like, ah, shit, this doesn't feel
Yeah.
right. Like, now I got to be this like person I'm not. Whenever.
Yeah, that's probably what happened when I got invited to the girls' night. It was probably because I was really uncomfortable doing the yoga, but I was like, for some reason, can't walk away from this. I feel too awkward to leave. Like, that wasn't being true to myself.
That's so insane that happened.
I know. What a funny story.
That's insane.
Hmm. Okay. what do you wish you would have known about the process of meeting other moms and having to do this awkward small talk thing?
I wish that I had like a 20-minute long reel of all your awkward mom friend things, and I could show that to a new mom right before and be like, this is what it's going to be like.
I'm about to talk to you.
Just so you
Here
know,
is a
and it's
video
fine,
for reference.
it's normal. Yeah. No, what do I wish I would have known? Is I think the same thing that we keep saying about what I wish I would have known about everything going into a new mom is that it's going to be hard.
Okay.
That it's going to be weirder and more difficult and more uncomfortable than you expected, and that you're going to be fine. and it does kind of pass, kind of, although it is like a weird mom phenomenon, this awkwardness.
Yeah.
And I still felt it at Target 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I think what I wish I knew going in is that it's a thing, that it's normal, and that you don't have to be friends with people you don't want to be friends with just because they have babies the same age as yours. And you should and can be selective about the humans that are in your life and just be yourself. And it's going to be awkward, but you know what? You're fucking rad. And don't forget it.
Yeah. Liz, that was like 20 things.
You know what I always say to
What?
my friends? Never underestimate your hotness.
Aw.
Never underestimate your hotness. So, like, hot girl shit. You just had a mom. Don't underestimate how fucking rad you are.
You just had a kid.
Yes, you are fucking rad.
Mm.
You're a great human.
Mhm.
You are going to be a really awesome friend to the right person. You're awesome.
Mhm.
Don't forget it.
Yes.
I'm pointing.
I like it. I like your pointing. I'll take that. Yeah. Give me
I'm
that
pointing.
energy.
Shauna,
What
do you wish you knew?
I wish that I would have known that that other mom I want to talk to also feels really dumb. Feels the exact same way I feel.
So there are no cool moms?
There are no cool moms.
Ah.
She feels just as awkward or uncomfortable in this situation as I do.
That felt true.
And therefore, her reaction to me is not about me. It's about whatever's going on with her. I wish I would have known that.
I mean, that's a life truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to say something about mom friends.
Okay.
Your best mom friend in the whole world is the mom friend
Uh-huh.
that you don't have to like apologize for having dropped the text conversation.
Yes.
Because you're like, oh,
Yes.
I felt so guilty about that for so
Mhm.
long.
But there's no need.
Totally.
Liz, we've come to my favorite part of the show.
Woo!
Yay. Do you have a favorite word or phrase that somehow pertains to making mom friends?
I think I do.
Okay. Lay it on me.
MILF.
What? What?
MILF.
Why MILF?
Mom, I'd like to friend.
Oh my God. Did you just snort?
I did.
Oh yeah, let's reclaim
Mom, I'd
the
like
MILF.
to friend.
Oh yeah. I'm all about that.
You're a MILF,
Yes.
Shauna.
Thanks, girl. You're a
Yeah.
MILF too.
Hardcore MILF.
Yes.
Arrrr.
I think like basically everyone that I see and I can tell that they are a mother, that's a MILF.
MILF.
My favorite phrase
Yeah, do you have a word?
is a topic of conversation.
Ooh.
Insulated wine tumbler. Because it is
Oh.
insulated, so you can actually put coffee in it, but it looks like a travel wine mug. So it is a topic of conversation because people will be like, are you drinking wine at 10 a.m.? And you can be like, it's coffee, but I wish.
There you go.
You like
There
wine?
you
We
go.
should drink
Wow.
wine together and have a
Wow.
mom night.
It's an
Yeah.
icebreaker.
Yeah.
That is brilliant.
Thank you.
And with that,
She is Liz.
and she is Shauna.
Thank you for joining us for this strange conversation about how to make mom friends. I don't know if we left you any wiser, but we had fun.
Definitely left them with some visuals.
Some metaphors.
She is Shauna the Mom at all social media platforms.
Hmm. And Liz is at Liz Swenson BFF. And if you haven't grabbed her book yet, do that. You're missing
And
out.
you should definitely go binge watch all of Shauna's awkward mom TikToks.
Oh man.
Right now. They're mostly all on Instagram too, right?
I should do that. I should make sure. Thank you so much again for listening. We'll see you next time.
Thank you so much. Yay.
Bye.